Okay. It's your boy Brandon Chung, man, and I'm back at it again, man. I'm back at it yet again, right? All right. First of all, I'm thankful for you guys, all the subscribers. I just did a live stream with Flipping Steve. That was the first ever one. It was so cool. It went well. I had a lot of fun. I really just enjoyed myself. We were just chatting about sports cards and whatnot, and just I mean, everything just went very, very well, man. Um, and I am a sports card YouTuber. I do basketball, soccer cards, etc., etc. Man, I got some stuff I want to talk about today, right? I want to talk about, obviously, sports card investing stuff. A little bit about them soccer cards, because those are just going absolutely like bananas and everything like this. And a little bit about like a Dave Ramsey, but mainly I want to talk about sports cards this episode. I'll get more life topics in other episodes, man. I really like talking about that life. But let's just get started. Right. Okay. So, which way? Wait, hold on. Oh, I'm just gonna do it straight away. So, when you're doing TikTok, when you're doing YouTube, when you're looking at all this stuff, obviously opinions are thrown at you. There's nothing anybody can do to stop this. This happens in the investing world. This happens in real estate market. This happens everywhere you see, even in life. So in the sports card world, there's a lot of top fives. There's a lot of opinions. A lot of things going on. Okay. How do you like who should I listen to and not listen to? I say no, not like that. Let's do it like this. What is your investing plan or collection plan for sports card or Pokemon or whatever? All right. So a couple things I do is like, let me just get a few sports I really understand or I want to understand, and And first of all, I have a watch list, right? I did a previous episode about it. It was a bit long-winded. I'll try to explain it quicker and more effectively. So, a Google spreadsheet, sports card watch list. In that watch list, I have blue chip players I like. I have, the modern players who have established resumes, who are not necessarily legends currently. And then I have the gambles. I have an entirely separate gamble list. I have basketball cards I gamble on. I have soccer players I gamble on. And in the previous episode, I said who those players were, but I bleeped some of them out. So it's just important to follow your investing plan. Like, those are just in terms of the players you have. Like for me, I have basketball and soccer players I like, and a lot more soccer and basketball than anything else. But then I have a little bit of UFC and golf players I like, and football and things like this, right? So that's what you got to do. And if someone tells you, oh, you should check this player out, you should check that player out, I'm thinking to myself, should I throw him on that watch list? Should I throw him under that plan? I don't know. And not only players, I have sets on that list. I have brands. I have certain Prizm stuff. I have certain optic stuff or whatever. I have certain different types of Panini and Topps products on there too. So it's just not only restricted to players, but I think just doing a watch list of 5 to 12 players is a good place to start. And how many players should I add in? I don't know. It depends on how much time you can have. Are you working 9 to 5, have family, and you can only look at sports cards for 30 minutes a day? Maybe 5 players maximum, right? Something like that. If you have a lot more time like me, where I kind of do this full time, because the way I make income is I just sell off a Joel Embiid and Alonzo Ball and players like that every now and then. And then I save like 99% of my money, right? I invest like most of the money, right? I don't spend it on stupid stuff. So it really depends. If you're a young guy like me, if you're a kid, if you can look at sports cards all day, well, you could probably have 15 or 20 players, right? Or even more. And so an investing plan is so important. Oh, add Darius Baisley, add Ja Morant. Hold up. Let me take care of my gamble list first, and then if I have time later, okay, I might look at Darius Baisley and these players, right? or whoever they're talking. Who are they talking about? Gary Trent. They're talking about. I'm watching the game right now. What if they say, "Oh, Deontay Burden, look at him," right? Or they say, "Who? Any of these guys, right?" So it's very important to understand who you are. Like self-awareness in this sports card game is so important. So your investing plan, but also the vision. What do I want to do with this? Is it making a certain amount of money per month? Is it having your sports card portfolio being a particular value? I said it once, I'll say it again. I said this on the Bailey Joe Cards interview. My vision is $1 million portfolio, right? Sports card portfolio. And I'm so patient with this number, right? So that's the thing. And then I think what's the best chance for me to get $1 million sports card portfolio? And that would probably be a lot of blue chips. Because if I feel like the sports card industry is young and has room to grow, which I don't know that for sure, but like let's just say someone had that philosophy. Well, then yeah, get the blue chip players, the most popular players with the most margin of safety. And then if you just want to have fun, but here's the other thing: if you want to have just fun with sports cards and just throw away $100 a month, then just gamble. So understand your investing philosophy before you just listen to anybody's advice, including mine. Like I've told you many times, like Alphonso Davies, one of my gamble picks, but do your own research. Why would you just buy him without doing your own research? Just a guy you see on YouTube telling you that, like it doesn't make sense. Which Alphonso Davies is it? I don't know. What team does he play for? Go find out yourself, right? And that's just the thing. So, I hear a lot of people telling me, get this player, this player, this player, this player. That's fun, and I actually might look at those players, but I'm gonna do my watch list first. I'm gonna do my people. If I have 2 hours of research on eBay and Beckett and other websites, I'm gonna look at my players first and my sets and all of this first, to see if I'm like, oh, you know what? Maybe I should purchase him at this price comparatively to the overall market, or his price went up. I should sell, and I don't know. That's what a watch list does. That's how a watch list has major advantages, in my very own opinion. All right, and here's another thing, man. Where is the fun in sports cards, man? I know a lot of us guys are having fun. I have a lot of fun, but here's the thing. I feel like this is not a hobby anymore. It's definitely an industry. It's industrial. Industrial is economical. Economical is profiting off business. Profiting off business is reselling. Maybe buy $10, sell $50, and you repeatedly do this to gain wealth. Why do you gain wealth? To attract resources. What does that do? Prevent you from being homeless, prevent you from having so many bills you can't pay off, things like this. So sports cards is a business, in my opinion, in a lot of people's eyes, in the majority. I don't know where the fun is, honestly. I mean, no, it is really fun. It is, like, no doubt, like buying all these 2014 Prizm cards, because I do your own research, but that's just fun to me, stuff like that. I love the Brazil design. I grew up in that 2014 World Cup. I grew up playing FIFA 14. That's a World Cup mode, and having so much fun and learning about all these players like Cesc Fabregas and Sergio Busquets and all these players, Andre Pirlo and all these guys, right? And so, let me make sure I'm recording. Okay, swag. Okay. So, yeah. And, hold up. Yeah, I do this a lot. I gotta get that water. I gotta get that water, bro. Okay. So yeah, and that's the thing. It's like where's the fun? Everybody's complaining. You're mispronouncing names and stuff like this, right? And that's just a generalized hypothetical example I'm just using, right? And that's the thing. So I don't know where the fun is, guys. I don't know. Because once you get the institutional money, like personal finance dad said, then at that point, I just feel like, man, people are just trying to make money. People are in the business of making money to feed their family. Especially when pandemic, people are willing to try out any way to make money because ultimately they are desperate. And that's why I don't recommend sports card courses. Because I feel like course makers who charge a lot of money, they can manipulate your behavior in a particular manner. out of your desperation. We've seen this historically time and time again with real estate and online gurus. I don't have to go over that. I already did that. I already played that game. Okay. So, and here's the thing, right? I was on Beckett and I was like, you know what? Let me look up Pokemon cards. Dude, and I was looking up like some Pikachus. I didn't buy anything, right? Because I don't know what I'm doing. So I had to look up YouTube videos like what is a Pokemon card? It was fun. It felt like a community. A lot of them were talking about collecting and the rooms had Pikachus and Charizards and all of that, man. I'm like, wow, that's where the fun was. Like I repeated my initial feeling when I was looking up sports cards back in August of 2019, right? Last year actually. So I don't know, it just revitalized my feelings. So I don't know, should I get into Pokemon? Maybe. Just honestly, just for fun though. I mean, yeah, investing too for Pikachu and Charizard, whatever. But nonetheless, we're doing good on time, man. I'm getting better at this. Okay, this might be controversial. I told you I'm a controversial guy. Again, I'm trying to do it in the positivity, in the nice way, right? Because I'm trying to be truth. I'm trying to say the truth. Okay. Why can I particularly bring value to the sports card industry, to people? You know why? 2 reasons. 1, I'm crazy, right? I'm crazy guy. Just straight, just in any way, shape, or form. Ask my friends, ask my day ones. I'm kind of a little crazy guy. I don't thinking like a straight, like a this one only, like not like a marginalized thought process. I'm crazy, dude, and I understanding things because something wrong with me. I just somehow getting it. I somehow understanding. And 2, I am fire, right? I am nice guy, but I am fire, right? All these other, what do I mean by this? Okay, sounds weird. And I am not talking about Pokemon. I'm talking about real life. So a lot of these people, they're nice people, but they acting nice. Then they are not confrontational. Nothing like this. So they are water. They just taking it easy, going with the flow. I am like water too. But in the same instance, I am. If you want to be loud at me, say, "Oh no," I come right back and do the same thing at you. Right? I am fire. So and why is this important? Because all these 5% negative people or whatever, 10%, whatever it is, negative people or manipulative people who do the sports card course and charging and salespeople and say I have made this much money in sports cards and it's really just fake hype profit, and then they make even 10 times more off you buying their course. They're millionaires now, right? So okay, how do I throw myself in the situation? Here it is. Hey, I'm gonna tell it like it is. I'm going to tell you straight up how it is. If I think a course is whack, I'm talking about it in the most utterly most respectful way possible, but I will talk about it. Card ladder, I will say that the Hall of Fame score doesn't make no sense. I will say ladder score makes no sense. It looks like they are manipulating the price with that in the most objective way possible. And I really do. I pay $15 for their thing, but I just think it is manipulative in that manner. I will talk about these things. Because you know what? People, you are subscribed to me, right? People deserve that good information, that true information, man. So if my subscriber count temporarily goes down or whatever, fine. Because I know in the long run it'll be a lot better. Because God, right? And that's the other thing. I just got a feeling of God, right? Jesus Christ, He helped me become better a person. So I could have easily been one of these selling course type of guys. Ooh, I would have made a low-key fire ad if I was trying to sell you $100 course. I could have said I made this much. No. So just thank God that I am on good people's side. Right. Sounds very weird, but so I will try to be as truthful as possible. I want to say what's good. I don't want to say what's bad. But what is bad that is hurting the sports card community, what is bad that is hurting the sports card industry as a whole, that has to be fixed. That has to be fixed. Martin Luther King, everybody, these people, they really helped in the long term benefit society, but in the short term, they were ridiculed, criticized all day, all night long. They were saying what you're doing is wrong, too much changing that one time. So that's where I want to be. I want to be like, I'm not saying I'm on, no. I'm not saying I'm Martin Luther King. God, come on. But what I'm saying is, if I can benefit something for the long term, I'm going to do it. At the expense of myself, I'm going to do it right. If I feel like it's right. Even if I'm wrong, if I feel like it's right. So, hopefully I can continue this belief system. I just have to keep believing in God, looking at successful people. But nonetheless, this is very true. Because I promise you, there's going to be, as sports card industry as rises, I promise, I'm telling you, there's going to be more people, more propaganda selling you something, selling you sports cards, something. There's some tools that do make sense. But, okay. I'm going to bring up an example. PSA grading. Everybody believes in, oh, hallelujah for PSA grading. But they are absolutely not perfect. They are fraudulent, right? Why are they fraudulent? I don't know. Go look it up. Go look up PSA scandal, or go look up PSA, PWCC scandals, FBI scandals. There's going to be something like trimming for vintage cards. It's kind of a taboo thing. There's gonna be on YouTube a lot of top 5, top 10. It's not necessarily bad, but if you're talking about top 5, and then the people make a lot of profit off their own top 5 video, bit suspect. Or on the flip side, top 5 video and the people are not buying the cards, they don't walk the walk and talk the talk. See, it's a dangerous dilemma to play. So that's why a crazy guy like me makes sense in this hobby. That's how I can bring value that not way too many people can add. I'm not trying to boast myself. I'm trying to tell you guys that straight, because if I get kicked off the YouTube thing, I can go easily just get a job again and save up money and have my sports card portfolio still. I'll still have all my sports cards. Okay. So another thing I want to talk about is what is up with these retarded World Cup 2014 Prizm prices. It's ridiculous. Pogba is $100 as I speak. What? $100? People were throwing him away earlier. So yeah, I'll be honest. I profited. I didn't sell any cards, Pogba cards yet, but it's just crazy to see what they do. So how does this add any value? And also, Thomas Muller was $100, which I thought was absolutely ridiculous. So just imagine, okay, Muller and Pogba are $100, Neymar's whatever, right? So you really have to evaluate several factors into how you can find various deals. What do I mean by this? Okay, let's talk. Who is under $100 in that 2014 Prizm set that you believe has some various factor where they can equate the value of a Muller or a Pogba or somebody, right? So you just have to, I'm not going to tell you who those players are. I bought some players, so I mean, that's why I'm trying not to recommend any particular person. That's what I'm saying. Who do you think has a chance to equate Muller, Pogba's, or Neymar's price, or somebody like that in these Prizm sets? Do you think another Prizm set can possibly equate or have a closer margin to the 2014 World Cup Prizm set? If so, for what reason? Is it a high demand particular reason? Is it because of a draft class reason? Is it because of a lower print run reason? If you find some particular manufacturer information from Panini, can that equate into your reasoning for buying a particular brand, set, or player? Possibly. So you guys have to think about these factors when buying and investing in sports cards, man. And most importantly, you gotta have fun with it. If you're not willing to hunt, you can find a good deal, but it is so hard. It's gonna get harder. So you just have to hunt. If you're not passionate about the hunt on eBay, ComC, all of these things for like few hours a day, or whatever it is, right? Then then you're probably gonna not make a lot of money off the sports cards because you have to be passionate about sports, and I am, right. So I don't know. It's just Muller prices are absolutely ridiculous. They were $1 just a month ago. So realize, oh, he went up 100x. So evaluate what that means for the sports card market. It's growing, obviously. Like, no, duh. Like A plus B equals C, right? In this situation. But what after that? Why is World Cup 2014 Prizm particularly at $100? Well, $100. It looks like a lot of people have $100 now. So you have to think, oh, so people's budgets could be $100 to $200 or more. Who has this type of money? A lot of American people with discretionary income. Okay, interesting. So, what's like the target? So what's like the sports card target in terms of demographic? People who have $100, $200. They probably have to be working. Okay, they probably have to be somewhat, middle age or old. They can be whatever, but they have to be at least like 25-ish if they can afford $200 a week or month or whatever. Okay, that's another factor. Okay, and then what else? Right, so you guys have to think about these things. Oh, I'm watching the basketball game at the same time. Austin Rivers, oh my goodness, he bricked the shot. Nonetheless, right? So you guys have to think about these various factors when investing in sports cards. And I still have so much fun though when I do it. But that Pokemon feeling was ridiculous. So if you're not having fun, then you probably won't make money and you won't have a good time. Yeah, I mean, you've got to, man. So Muller's price is $100. You have to think about that. What about Pogba? Okay, when you look at 2014 World Cup Prizm Pogba, what does that card say to you? That says swag. That says popularity. He looks so confident and he's wearing the black glove, which is a very interesting design. So then you have to think, oh, do people like designs and cool players, cool things? Yeah. Okay, so maybe popular players can be a thing in the sports card industry too. Popular and pop culture and all these things relatively coming together, right? It's just weird. So that's like kind of my thought process when I'm doing Thomas Muller and Pogba, thinking about Hazard and these boys, right? And it's like, what is the point? I tell you, I made this much money off Thomas Muller. Well, I didn't sell any cards yet, but you guys know I've bought Muller. You saw my 2014 Prizm video, maybe, I don't know. But if you did, you realize I bought Muller with the set, which was probably like 50 cents. Now he's $100. So what's the point of me telling you that I made a something X return? Doesn't even matter. Okay. How do I make that return with another player? See, that's kind of the thought process. Okay, you have to think, who's the next Muller? That's basically how you have to think. What's the next set that is at a low territory? The World Cup Prizm set was that? And how can that set get up in price? So you have to really evaluate some seriously good objective reasons, right? You can't have your own personal bias in investing in different sports cards you think will go up in price. That doesn't make any sense. Because your opinion does not matter in the sports card market as an overall whole. It is an overall systematic belief, and that's why you have to stay objective. That's why you have to look at demand all the time. That's why you have to look at eBay sales. Okay, understand trends. What is it doing? You have to analyze human behavior. What does that say about the sports card? You cannot have your own personal bias. So is a Optic, is a Panini Revolution, like what other brand could be out there? So you have to think about that. And you have to even think, okay, if there's a new sport, or you have to think something like along these lines of nature. So why Prizm? In my opinion, if you look at Prizm basketball, Prizm football, those have went up heavily due to majority of domestic market increasing that price because, and these are, I call it inside the sports card market people who have been in the market for maybe a year or longer now, who have generated sports card income, and then they reinvested to higher dollar players like Lamar Jackson, Patrick Mahomes, Luka, Zion, Ja, all these players, right? Okay? So that is inside the market people pushing price up? Probably. See, so you have to think now, right? Is inside the market people going to really push up soccer market? And if so, boom, there it is. Inside the market people, because sports card market is generally American hobby, ingrained American culture. Okay, so boom, you got it. A lot of American people are in the soccer card market now. And it's probably a higher percentage considering Mueller just 100x'd in the month, right? And so that's how you have to think. So you have to think, okay, what is American human behavior? How do American sports card YouTubers think? How do American sports card people think? What do I do? Maybe you have to look at the comment section. Maybe you have to look at Instagram, Twitter feeds, and different things like this, and TikTok and all this, right? So you have to really do your homework, really analyze. If you want to make a money or if you want to just have fun, right? That's really what you have to do, man. Is it hard? Everything's hard. Nothing's easy in life. I just have to be straight up. Everything in life is not going to be just all walking and pancake and milkshake and nice house, nice lady, game over. No. This is so boring. If I had easy life, I would just be so boring. So I want it to be hard, challenging. I can learn, grow, evolve. This is a God's plan for me and for everybody else watching as well. So that's kind of how your investing philosophy has to be. Because I see these people, I told you so. Oh, my card 2x. I love my card 100x. Okay. So just realize what I said, and maybe one of those different lines of thought process can help you guys in the future for buying the sports cards and things of this nature. And another thing, this is a long episode. I'm so sorry, gosh. But I really want to get this out. I'm going to write it in. Wow, this is going to be a really long episode. I want to talk about 2 different topics. Okay. Number 1 is margin of safety. You know who else? You know who really likes margin of safety? Warren Buffett. You know who doesn't like margin of safety? A lot of people. Most people. What's the net worth of most people? Maybe like 100,000, 50,000? What's the net worth of some online gurus who scam you out of your money? Millions of dollars, right? 5, 10 million. What's the net worth of people like Warren Buffett? That's a $100 billion guy right there. If you count his company, he's 700 billion. Are you serious? I'm going to listen to him. I'm not going to listen to somebody who has $1,000 in the bank account. If he says margin of safety is equally as important as growth potential, I am going to take that to heart. If comeback card investor, who's probably has millions of dollars, I'm not even going to front. That's my guy. He doesn't have to reveal his net worth, but I know he has millions of dollars. I don't know. Sometimes you just have these feelings. And so comeback card investor is a millionaire. He's telling me margin of safety. I see his, what do you call it? Mail days, a lot of blue chips, a lot of Tom Brady's, a lot of Kobe Bryant's. Why? Why is this? Because you're not really losing money with these players. Yes, you can, but the chances are so much lower, which is, for losing money. And the growth potential is still there. So who am I not listening to? Everybody else. Everybody else. 13-year-old saying buy this, 15. I no disrespect. I cannot really follow this information. Okay. So this is why margin of safety is so important. Like I said in the other episode, would you rather have one of your cards, would you rather have an 80% that your card goes up 20% or 20% that your card goes up 80%? I mean, which one? I got my answer. It took 2 seconds. 80% for the 20% return. Because most likely I'm going to get a positive return. If you choose the other method, if you choose a gamble method, the Zion, Luka, Ja. If you choose who else? The Mason Greenwood, Mason Mount method. Then you'll probably lose your money. In the long term. In the short term, there's flipping opportunity. But in the long term, you'll lose your money. Okay. So we got that out the way. That's why margin of safety is important. It's why people like 2014 World Cup Prizm, because margin of safety, because Thomas Mueller, Xavi, Iniesta, Sergio Ramos, these are all legends in the game, essentially. Suarez. Suarez scored 40 goals in the 2016 season and was in the UEFA Team of the Year. Suarez is a legend in my opinion. He's a Uruguayan legend, maybe even a Barcelona legend. There's no doubt. Okay, I have something else written down. Dave Ramsey. This is along the lines of what I'm talking about. No shortcuts in life. That's true. Ray Dalio says something. He says, would you rather take the easy path and go straight, but it's boring? No. Ray Dalio says, I'd rather go the other way, the harder way, the longer way, but it's my way. I'm going through jungle. I'm going through all these little obstacles here and there. But eventually, when I reach a goal, I will get huge success. But realize, obstacles and jungles, that's the most fun part. Reaching the reward is not as fun. All right. And be patient with yourself, right? So my investing plan is long term. My investing plan is, I have stocks too. I have blue chip stocks. I have Chase Bank stock. I have this and that. So in plus cash pile and plus sports cards and stuff. So I have multiple hedges to sports cards. So my investing plan is X amount of money, but for positivity, that way I can give back to charity and things of this nature. So the hedging is very important, but being patient with yourself is so much more important, because I realize what I'm doing, this whole YouTube game, in the short term, I'm not making nearly as much money. In the long term, potentially I can. Not just money, but greater effect on life, because you have to leave somewhere better than you found it. That's what my mom told me. You have to leave restaurant better than you found it. Anything like this. So that's my philosophy. You gotta love challenges for sure. You have to love. If you do not love challenges, if you do not love every day waking up, then something has to be fixed, because that is successful people mentality. Okay. And get rich quick does not exist. So I'm referring back to sports card courses, because I guess I'm speaking from the past, right? Or no, speaking from the future, sorry. Because I know people are going to say, oh, you want to make this much money? Boom, boom, boom. You want to make 10x return? Guess what? This is most likely unrealistic. In the future, if you make 100x off Thomas Muller, 1-100, what's the likelihood you're going to make 100x off that? What is 100 times 100? I think you guys get the point already. But if not, okay, I'm going to do calculator. Oh my gosh, am I really bad? 100 times 100 equals 10,000. So they're saying, ooh, Thomas Muller 100x'd. And the way they're preaching the information at you is, you are going to make 100x off Thomas Muller, but he's already $100. $100 times 100x is $10,000. So what are the chances the base 2014 Prizm Muller will be a $10,000 card? Honestly, I don't know. But no, I don't. Like, holy crap, that would be ridiculous. That would be too ridiculous. But so you guys know what I mean? If a card 10x'd, what are the chances it's going to 10x again? Like, you know what I mean? It's not going to happen. You already slightly missed the boat. And so don't expect these all 10x and 5x returns. So get rich quick, most of the time does not exist. I say that because the sports card hobby, a lot of people are getting rich. So that's the thing. Anything in life is don't get rich quick. You know what I mean? Things take work. Things take effort. It takes effective learning. Things take having to consistently evolve and learn as person. So you guys have to realize all these things when you're investing, you're just buying sports cards or having fun. And you gotta stick to your cash piles and your budgets and whatnot. And I try not to use my credit card as much for sports cards anymore, because I know how that can be. And you have to just think like this. And I'm gonna dabble in the Pokemon, man. It's been too long. Oh man, I just want to buy it just for fun, man. The sports cards is fun. I'm still gonna have fun with it. I'm getting a lot of soccer stickers, and honestly, I'm weird. I just love looking at cards when I go to sleep. I don't know what you guys let me know in the comments. Lastly, I want to shout out a couple of people who have been killing it in the comment section or just interacting with me. Jay Kinney, like I did a video about you earlier. Thank you, man, for just being the guys. Once saved, always saved. He's like always commenting. This guy, he's positivity too. So thank you for being positive, my guy. Good. Super Jam Sports. He's a fellow YouTuber. So thank you so much, my man. We've been interacting on Instagram here and there. E-Man, my man, E-Man. Thank you so much. E-Man is very knowledgeable on the sports cards as well. He's been commenting a lot. So thank you so much, E-Man. If I'm butchering your name, please correct me. But Ayman Buyami. Thank you so much, man. I've seen you like a recent subscriber and like just been commenting. So thank you. Nathan Jones, thank you so much, my man. We've been AKA Flipper Whitey, and we've been talking on Instagram, and he sent me something I might use in future videos. So thank you so much for doing that. And Card Collector, I saw you on my most recent live stream with the Flipping Steve. So thank you so much, man. I really do appreciate this. So those were my shout outs, man. Thank you guys so much. Comment below anything, like anything positive or nice or anything you want to get off your chest, right? Anything you want to talk about sports cards, let me know. If you have questions about the podcast, let me know. Like a Q&A type of things and questions I can answer in the future. Because I love going live, but I love doing these podcasts too. So, episode 9, by the way. I'm gonna do a thing where it's like episode 9, then who's a player that was number 9 that I remember? And that answer is Tony Romo. Number 9. He was actually an underrated Cowboys quarterback player. He's actually really good. He had a quick release. I mean, so many yards. He broke some Cowboys records. So Tony Romo is that guy. Shout out to Tony. Anything else I want to say before I sign off? I don't know. Let me know if I was talking too fast. I kind of went off on the sports cards, man. I kind of just went off on a lot of things. But keep being positive. Keep being patient, guys. Keep loving your families, man. You know, I know it's a lonely world. Keep, interacting with people in the nicest way possible, man. Cheers to everybody out there, dealing with this whole pandemic. I feel y'all. Don't just spend $1,000 if you only have 100. You feel me? I'm just spending some bars. Don't spend $1,000 if you have 100. Spend $100 if you have 1,000. You see what I'm saying? Anyways, been your boy Brandon Chung. Okay. Until next time.